Hello, come closer. What do you know about transparency in the remote workplace? So in today's video, I'm going to talk about transparency, being transparent in the remote workplace. You know, I work remotely, yeah, you already know. And recently, my employer said something to me. She was like, Kosi, you are a definition of work for me, I work for you, that you are a very transparent person and all of that. You tend to carry me along in whatever you do. You also go ahead, you also go as far as sending me video evidences of whatever you are doing. You see, I'm the kind of person that likes to carry anybody along. Talk more of my employer, someone that I'm working remotely for. I believe that transparency in communication is the bedrock of any working relationship. That is my belief. So whatever I'm doing behind the scenes that has a direct relation to my work, that may have an impact on my work, I try as much as possible to carry my employer along with it. Recently, my router, for instance, the router I was working with recently developed a fault of which it was going to affect my productivity in the team. So if it were some other people, they may tend to hide it and battle with network problems and all of that, but I'm not that kind of person to hide important stuff like that, because eventually my employer is going to notice that my internet connection is not stable, that I'm not always in the meeting and all of that. So I had to carry her along. I thought that, see, my router developed a problem, I'm going to go and check it out in MTN office on so and so date. So I thought I was going to go to MTN office on so and so days to check it out. That right now my internet connection is not going to be stable for this meeting and all of that. And the person I work for is really an understanding woman. She understood what I was going through with network at the moment. She had to remove me from schedule for that day and subsequently for the week until I could get my router issue sorted out. And she was happy that I was able to carry her along with the issue I was battling with. And even when I went to MTN office to get it sorted out, I still tried. I made a video and sent to her. Not like it's necessary, but that is my kind of person. So far, it has a direct relation to my job, to what I do. I try to carry my employer. I tend to carry my employer along. Although my employer said it's not necessary sending her all of that video and all of that, but my kind of person, I need proof. I always want to show evidence that this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm up to, and all of that. So that brings us to the question: how transparent are you in the remote workplace? So the remote work environment requires a whole lot of transparency. I mean, these people that you're working with or you're working for, they do not see you. They do not have a physical touch or a physical connection with you. All they see is what you show them online. And you have to prove yourself that I am trustworthy, I'm someone you can trust to carry out the job remotely and all of that. So that's why you need to prove yourself to be a trustworthy person. And for you to be able to do that, you have to communicate. Like I always say, almost like in all my video, I always emphasize on communication. The place of communication can never really be overemphasized on. If you are working remotely, you must be able to communicate. Communicate as at when necessary. In fact, communicate all the time. You must communication. Then they taught us then that you cannot not communicate. Even your silence is communication. Yeah. So if you know that whatever you are doing or whatever that is affecting you has a direct impact on your job, please try to carry your employer along. Try to communicate and try to be as transparent as much as possible. Yeah, because with communication comes a whole lot of transparency. Don't be that employee that is giving your remote employer several reasons to doubt your authenticity or several reasons to doubt that you are who you say you are. Don't be that employee at all. So if you really want to succeed as a remote worker, you must do two things, which is communicate and be transparent as much as possible. Yes, be transparent, because whatever you are trying to add, so far as it has a direct impact on your job, they are eventually going to find that. They are eventually going to see through your lies if you've been lying. So communicate and be transparent. Up until next time, bye.